Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA, and today's unboxing and first impressions video, we've got a package from Ought Design. Now, Ought Design did send me this package as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Ought Design prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is a link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this jacket or any other product from Ought Design, please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do get a small commission from that sale kicked back to me, and all that money goes back to the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so what's inside this bag is actually what I expected to be inside the last bag, but I accidentally got sent the unlined version, so now we have the blanket lined version of the brand new Outrider jacket. So I'm pretty stoked, especially that the weather is pretty cold today, but starting tomorrow it's supposed to creep up a little bit. So I'm going to still need a winter jacket, but I don't think I need something nearly as heavy as the Ought Design N1 Watchtower deck jacket. So I'm going to keep it in the Tad family and bump up to the brand new blanket lined Outrider. But let's crack this thing on open. All right. Ooh. There we have it in the black colorway. Now that looks and feels nice. Now, oh wow, that Pendleton, it feels, ooh, that Pendleton wool, it feels so nice. Ooh, okay, so this is the lined version. Now it looks very, very similar to the unlined version that I did just get. There are some subtle differences. We will make a full video going over them, but one of the biggest differences is there is no rear back pocket. But I guess that would be in addition to the biggest difference, which is the fact that this is a wool lined jacket, where the unlined is in fact an unlined jacket. But looking at this, this is really, really nice. This is, again, more of a Type 2 trucker jacket, or as I call a modified Type 2 trucker jacket, because we have the pleats, we have the pocket style, but they're up higher on the chest, and we have hand warmer pockets. So a standard or traditional Type 2 will not have hand warmer pockets. And I believe, yes, these are actually lined on the back side or the knuckle side. But a traditional Type 2 will not have hand warmer pockets, and these two chest pockets will be down a little bit lower than this. But personally, this is what I like. I like a modified Type 2, just like I like a modified Type 3. I always loved the pleats that you see on a Type 2 trucker jacket, but I hated the pockets being down low. I just thought it looked off, and I personally cannot use a jacket that does not feature hand warmer pockets. Even if I'm not using these for my hands, I need the hand warmer pockets. I'm always throwing my keys or my phone, something in these pockets. When a jacket does not have them, I simply will not wear it. I've experienced this with a great rain jacket that I bought. I bought it not realizing there were no hand warmer pockets, and I wore it one time and never again. I ended up selling it. It was a great jacket. It fit well. It worked great in the rain, but it didn't have hand warmer pockets. And I didn't need them for my hands. I needed them for my car keys and my cell phone. I like to put those in my front zipper pockets. I'm always paranoid on a hike, because this happened one time. I did find them, but I lost my keys one time on a hike. So they either need to be zipped securely inside my backpack, or they need to be secured in my front right pocket of my jacket. And I like to keep my phone in my front left pocket, because you never know when I'm filming something for a video, or I simply want to take a picture. I like to have it accessible, so I need hand warmer pockets. And this jacket is everything that I want in a Type 2. Pleats, pockets up high, hand warmer pockets. But I digress. The real thing that we want to see here is this Pendleton blanket lining in the jacket. That's what makes this jacket. It not only makes it awesome, well, the jacket's pretty awesome anyway, but it makes this jacket awesomer, but it makes this jacket what it is, because this Pendleton lining is really, really nice. This right here is why this is a $535 jacket. And yes, you did hear me correctly. This jacket does cost $535. And a big chunk of that is this American-made Pendleton blanket lining. Now, this Pendleton blanket lining has not only quality, but this is American history baked into the entire company. Now, the triple aught design blanket line Outrider jacket is available in black as seen here, and Frontier, the black being a bit of a smoke color and the Frontier being more of a brick red color. The shell of this jacket is a 100% cotton British Millerain Stay Wax Sahara 10 that is a nice dry wax finish jacket, but what we want to talk about is the body lining of this jacket, which is a 100% pure new wool Pendleton cotton blanket lining. Now, Pendleton is a company that is steeped in American history. The company itself dates back to 1863 when Thomas Lister Kay, the founder, was offered a job in the Oregon Territory while he was still living on the East Coast. This means he had to take a steamship down the East Coast to Panama. He crossed the Isthmus of Panama on a burro, and then he had to take another steamboat from the west coast of Panama all the way up to the Oregon Territory. And back in the 1800s, I believe this was a 4 to 6 month journey. So this was a long, tedious journey to get from the East Coast to the West Coast. It wasn't just a 5-hour plane ride, it was a 6-month torture test, but he did it, and then he landed in the Oregon Territory. And once he arrived, Thomas worked at several other mills for a period of time, and then in 1909 he settled in Pendleton, Oregon, and that is where the Pendleton name comes from. You have seen probably this wool on so many different things that you don't even realize. A lot of the iconic Native American blankets are made on Pendleton wool. It's just such a great material and such a great craftsmanship and steeped in American history. So a lot of your price point is coming from the blanket lining that makes up this jacket. In addition to the blanket lining, we have 2 internal pockets that we do not see on the unlined version. And then we also have the knuckle side of the hand warmer pockets also features Pendleton wool. We have the same pit vents. I believe we have, yes, the same pit vent on the back with our shoulder gussets. We do have a plain back again. We do not have that through pocket on the back. And we have corduroy lined cuffs. Now, trying the jacket on for the very first time, I am 5'9", roughly 175 to 180, and I am wearing a size large. This is the same size that I got in the unlined version, and I thought while it was a little bit bigger and a little bit boxy on me, I like the sizing overall because wax canvas will kind of break in, and the sleeves themselves will kind of shorten up, as well as some slight creasing in the body. And I also stuck with the large to compensate for the blanket lining inside the blanket lined version. Now, much like the unlined version, I feel like this is a boxier cut, but that is the nature of a Type 2 jacket. They are a bit boxier, where a Type 3 is definitely a more slimming look. But overall, I am really liking the cut and the feel. Gussets on the back of the jacket are giving me a full range of motion, and I have plenty of room underneath to throw on something like a sweatshirt if the temperatures do dip back down into the 20s. But overall, I am happy with the size large, especially for the sleeve length. I think if I went with a medium over time, as the jacket starts to break in and the wax canvas creases and I get those honeycombs in the inner arms, it will certainly make these sleeves look and feel too short. And for a blanket line jacket that I want to keep me warm, if I have a little bit shorter sleeves and I go outside in that cold breeze, yeah, I'm gonna get cold. So I'm glad that I have a little bit longer sleeve length and the size large so I can layer, and I have plenty of room in the sleeves for them to shrink up a little as it breaks in. Let me start out by introducing you all to little Timmy. He is a recent acquisition and he's going to be our new model here for jackets and shirts, and just help us out a little bit because I can easily spin him around and give you a little bit better look at what we're talking about. So Miss Hazel Fantastic also gave him his name, by the way, and she's quite proud of it. And I will say, every time I walk through that door, he's standing here. He scares the hell out of me. I keep forgetting he's here. We've only had him a week, but when I walk in this room in the middle of the night, I forget he's here and I get scared. Anyway, I digress. The Tad Outrider Jacket. I've been stoked on this thing since I first saw it. It was maybe a week or two before I got offered a sample. I saw the Tad ads on Instagram, and I will say they have some of the best marketing collateral. The imagery is just great. The sizzle reels that they put out there, it just makes you want to do whatever it is that person in the ad is doing. They know what they're doing. They have a great eye for both the photography and the videography. I love what they're doing. And not only that, this is a style of jacket that I personally have been interested in for a period of time, but not everyone makes like a modified Type 2. I love the pleats of a Type 2 jacket. They just look awesome, but I always thought they looked a little weird with the pockets down a little bit, and I can't use a pocket personally, or jacket without hand warmer pockets. Even if I don't necessarily need them right then and there, if I'm not putting my hands in them, I won't wear it. I found that out a long time ago. If I buy a jacket, it doesn't have hand warmer pockets, I just tend to not wear it. I will favor a different jacket. So this has basically everything I want. We got our cool pleats, we got our pockets on the chest, we got our handwarmer pockets. And what these pleats are for, you cut them and you make the jacket expand. So if you grow a little bit or it gets a little colder outside and you need to put more layers on, you cut those pleats and it allows you to grow more or less without having to buy a new jacket. So that's the original intention of them. Now it's mostly aesthetic. I mean, $535. This is certainly a luxury item. This is something you're going to buy if you have the money. So if you had the money to buy this and you get a little bit too big, you're probably going to just buy another one, or you're going to just buy a heavier jacket if it gets too cold to wear this one, which I will recommend if it gets too cold to wear this. The Watchtower N1 from Tad, awesome jacket. That has been my cold weather jacket since I got it, and it's basically been cold out since I got it, so it's basically been wearing that thing daily for like 2 or 3 months now. Anyway, the colorway of this is what Tad calls black, but it's more of a smoke colorway. I mean, coming through the camera, it does maybe look a little bit more black compared to something that is dark black. Yes, you can tell that this is more of a smoke colorway than a deep black. But personally, I prefer this smoke colorway because it helps to hide a little bit more of that dog hair. He's not in here with me today, but Duke the dog, he's white. So when I have something that is like a black, his hair just shows up on it. That's why I don't wear a lot of black. I don't wear a lot of black t-shirts. I have like one black sweatshirt that's like a house sweatshirt. I don't wear it out. I do have that black sweatshirt that's behind the door that you can't see because little Timmy's blocking it, that I will put on right before I go out the door so it doesn't get covered in black dog hair. So the smoke helps to hide a lot of that black dog hair, because this is now my 3rd Tad jacket that is in this colorway, and I really like it. It's not only a great colorway, but it does help to hide some of that pet hair. So if you have a dog or a cat that has white or whitish hair, this is going to help you to mitigate the lint roller that you're going to be needing every time you walk out the door. So I like the colorway. I will say that Frontier colorway, that's like that red brickish color, that looks pretty badass too. I kind of wish I got one of them in the Frontier and the other in the black, so I could have not only compared the jackets side by side, but given a little bit more of a color comparison. But anyway, I like the color nonetheless. So let's talk about that price though, since I'm talking about the comparison. It's $237 more for the blanket line than the unlined. Now you're getting some different features. Your 2 main features are the fact that this is lined with a blanket line from Pendleton, and we are missing that large back pocket. Now, while that large back pocket is cool, and if you're actually working in that jacket, it's a great pocket. You could throw like work gloves back there, maybe a tool or something that you want to have readily accessible. If you're just going to be wearing this not working, if you're not going to be working this, you're going to wear this casually, not that having that back pocket isn't going to be a big deal. But our major price difference is going to be from the Pendleton lining. It is expensive. It is a very expensive liner, but it has a amazing feel to it. Amazing feel, amazing quality. This is like, if you want like the pinnacle of top quality wool steeped in American history, that's this right here. There is so much clutter out there. Just Google Pendleton wool and probably more information will pop up than you believe that this was used for. This is, again, a company that has been making for what, since 1909. So why my brain's not functioning, it's the weekend. 114 years now, 116 years they've been making wool. And I believe it's the same family owns it. I think that's generationally passed down, so the same family owns the company. So there's your major price difference, is the actual wool that is put into this jacket. Now, is it worth $237? Honestly, that's something that you're going to have to decide for yourself. I haven't been able to test both these jackets yet. It's a little too cold for me to have worn the unlined, and I just got it like a week ago, and I just got this one today, so I haven't been able to wear it yet. If I had the choice to buy the unlined or the lined, I mean, I would probably buy the lined right now because I have several other unlined jackets, but that's me. That's what I personally have in my arsenals. I have lighter and unlined jackets, wax jackets, so I would probably opt for the blanket line. Also, I really, really like the Pendleton wool. It's amazing. It's something that I would want to have in my collection. But ultimately, as I wear them, I will be able to speak a little bit more to it, but it's a decision I think you're going to have to make on your own. I really can't make that one for you. Do you have the money to buy the unlined version or the lined version? I mean, these are considered luxury items. Once we hit a certain price point, these are a matter of want, not need. And this, to me, is something that I would want. I would want the blanket lined version of this jacket. It has an amazing aesthetic to it. Personally, while I do like that back pocket, I think the jacket looks cleaner without it. So I do like the actual look of the back of the jacket without the pocket. We do also have the addition of the inside pockets with the wool liner. We do not have any inside pockets on the online version. That was one of the issues that I had with the Interval WX, that there weren't any interior pockets. As I wore that, I wish there was at least one. So having the internal pockets is going to be really nice. But again, we do have this wool liner, which is something that I really wanted. It's what drew me into this jacket, was the blanket line version. In fact, until I opened up the unlined, I didn't even realize there were two versions of this jacket. I thought this was the only version. I've looked at their website 1,000 times, but I guess I just never looked at the Outrider, noticed that there was a unlined version of the jacket. So personally, to me, I think the price is worth it. This is something that I would want to buy and have in my collection. But that's something that you're ultimately going to have to probably make up for your own. Can you afford it? Is it worth it to you? To me, it's worth it. To you, it might not be. The online version is also a great option. Check it out. It's the same basic styling. Really, if you looked at either from a distance, you probably wouldn't be able to tell unless you noticed that it didn't have that, it did or did not have that back pocket. But I do like the cleaner look without. But other than that, aesthetically, they look the same. So if you're just going for the aesthetic, get the online version. If you want the extra insulation, get the Pendleton line version. We are going to put this into rotation. We are going to fully test this. I'm going to see how this wears, how this fits, how this feels, how it breaks in. So stay tuned. That real user review will be coming because, like I said, it's going to warm up here in a couple of days, if not tomorrow. So this is going to go into rotation basically immediately. So with that, if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that bear guide button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.